Hey guys, I figured since the channel's blowing up and I'm getting so many requests for a walkthrough of my setup, I'd finally oblige. So here we go. The heart of it all. This is a late 2013 27-inch Apple iMac. It has internally a 3.5 GHz Intel Core i7, 16 GB of RAM, and a 3 TB Fusion drive. This thing is rock solid, and it just works. I haven't had any regrets since switching over for my custom PC. For the audio interface, I'm using a Universal Audio Apollo Twin Duo. This thing has super clean preamps, and with its Unison technology and its DSP processing, it can emulate all sorts of different kind of preamps, none of which I can currently afford because the fucking plugins are super expensive. For my studio monitors, I have a pair of JBL LSR 308s. These things are pretty loud, stupid loud, probably too big for my setup, and yes, I realize that I have that one tucked into a corner, but they sound great. For a keyboard controller or MIDI controller, I'm using an M-Audio Axiom 49. This thing has nice semi-weighted keys, transport controls, and lots of other bells and whistles that don't always like playing nice with Logic, so I just don't use them. Every little setup needs a good pair of headphones, and I'm using these Audio-Technica ATH M40s. I figure I should mention this cool little pluggable external drive caddy. Depending on what I'm working on, I can swap in and out different hard drives, as long as I eject it in the OS, pop in a new one, and it pops up. This thing is flat out just a time saver. This is the PreSonus fader port. It's a few years old now, but it's got a motorized fader, pan controls, I can switch between tracks, it's got all my transport controls. It just speeds up the workflow. For all my electric guitar tones, I use a Line 6 POD HD500. I have the microphone outs going into the ins of the UA, and that's how I got my guitar sound. One downfall of the iMac is it's short on USB ports, so for that I use a Hutu USB hub. Now for guitars, I have here a PRS Custom 24 SE, of course, because I'm poor. This thing has a blade style bridge, but I have blocked it, so it's pretty much a fixed bridge. Now for my main guitar, I have a black PRS Tremonti SE. It's unfortunate that he's associated with the worst band on the planet, but I like this guitar. It's loaded with DiMarzio pickups, as is my other PRS. For my acoustic sounds, I use this Epiphone EJ200CE. Pretty good playing guitar. I love the neck on it. It's got a good look to it. It has two onboard pickups, but I don't ever use them. And last but not least is my Squier Jaguar bass. This is the bass I use primarily. It has an active EQ, which, isn't the best sounding thing, but it gets the job done. So there it is. That's it. Pretty simple, pretty small. Hope you liked the video. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you haven't done that either. And we'll be back soon with another video.